this is a very interesting point for me to play a video for you of one mother's reaction. And I apologize because at the end she gets really passionate and she throws some profanities in it. But watch this take on the whole question that Lynn is talking about of complicity with the things that Trump stood for. And then
KKK. You voted for a candidate endorsed by the KKK. Yes. For the rest of your life, you have to know that you voted the same way as the KKK. No ifs, ands, or buts. No doubt about it. Which I told him. She was chiming in and agreeing because there's no way around it. You voted for hatred. You voted against women, against the gay community, against Mexicans, against blacks.
Yeah.
And you're going to call yourself a Christian? I don't give a fuck if you go to church 23 out of 24 hours. You're a mean motherfucker.
Right.
And I hope that they come after you someday when you're not expecting it. Like this motherfucker tried to do to me. You ready for the tape to go? You want to see the videotape?
British.
Thank you.
Very, very interesting. And I wanted to play that mother because this was in 2017. She gave a very visceral reaction, which touches on everything we've talked about that Dan has said, Jane has said, Suzanne and Lynn has said. And Sharon, I want to bring you in just now because I know you have some comment on this. But I want to say, especially to Dan's point and to Lynn's point, that this leads me to the question of privilege, though, because I'll tell you this. The moment anybody steps out of anywhere and starts to talk about any minority and marginalizing them, as a black person, I start cringing and I can tell you that I am running in the other direction. Do you know why? I don't have the privilege of that risk. I don't have the privilege of being a one-issue voter. I don't have the privilege of saying, you know, I might get something on the Supreme Court that I want, but I'll take the risk that white supremacists are going to meet me in the New York subway like one did and attack me with a sword, which actually did happen upon Trump's encouragement. So there is a whole question of privilege and your ability to say, well, he's coming after that minority. I don't care. I'll still go for my Supreme Court. I'll still go for my tax cut. I'll still go for feeling better about my crappy self. And Sharon, I want to bring you in here because there is then that question of what allows somebody to be that one-issue voter or to say race is going on over there, but I want what I want, and then I'll go hug my black and brown brother and sister. Please jump in.
Good evening once again, everyone, and I'm totally here enjoying the conversation, the discussion, and, you know, just throwing out some questions in the chat area. Now, first of all, one thing always comes to mind is why do people vote the way they do? You know, and a lot of times when we have a particular focus and belief system and social conditioning, we automatically expect the other group of people to see the way that we see through those lenses. And if for some reason persons don't see that way, then we begin to chip away at what they believe and why they believe that, and then present a case which seems plausible to us for them. You know, I have a few questions I just want to throw out. One of these questions is a devil advocate's questions, please, so don't attack me. You know, looking at Donald Trump and his whole process, his whole time in the office, his process on the campaign trail before he was elected, I remember this mantra, "Make America Great Again." And having these discussions with persons within the US, outside of the US, what does that mean to make America great again? You know, because he just kept throwing the statement out there with any true substance of what it meant. So he left it for everyone who listened to the statement to come up with their own assumptions of what it meant to them individually to make America great again. And you know, what I saw in that is that he was actually using some racist tactics to his advantage to popularize the onset of many Americans, because many Americans would sit in their private quarters and have certain types of belief, but they will never publicize it. So what he was doing, using his entertainment skills, popularizing what many Americans were saying privately. So because he opened the door for numerous assumptions, my thing is he truly racist, or is he using racist tactics and entertainment sort of information to popularize the belief system of many American people? Because while he has said a lot of things, while some of his behaviors um, can allude to racism, he has never publicly come out on a platform and said, I am racist, I am pro-white, I have supremacist ideologies. He has left it open for everyone to make their own assumptions about who he is, why he is doing what he is doing, and to see certain chaos falling into place, because he's a businessman and he's working on his business acumen to find a position in society that he can continue living in a lucrative way when he comes out of office. So that was one of my thought process of when, I heard let's make America great again. Everybody assumed on their own assumptions what that meant. Then the other thought was about politicians are the frontliners for a lot of hidden powers. So we see the politicians, we see Donald Trump, we saw Obama, we saw Bill Clinton, right? We see the Kennedys, we see everybody, we see them, and we believe that what they believe, some of what they believe, I also believe, so I will vote for them. But what we don't see is the hidden powers that are pushing these frontliners. And those hidden powers come from, Jen, as you so eloquently put it, the media. They come from the financial backers. They come from corporate America. They come from the social influencers. So those are the backers and the hidden powers that truly push the frontliners. Because the same way that persons are having discussions about Trump, a lot of discussions went into how Obama was ruling. And a lot of Black people felt disadvantaged under the Obama um, under the Obama ruling. So there's this thing when you really start to look at the nuances and really unpack the layers about politicians